What's up? So I'm gonna make this video because this is kind of a thing that I did. I do not have much space in this bus at all, and so we're trying to do it the best we can with what we got. So this is my box that I have going that is being put behind here. It's actually very deep. It's like 17 inches deep because it's got to go over the water tank and all the plumbing there, and then come up to the window here. So it's just below that. So that has a lid, a half inch piece of plywood, which I'm probably gonna epoxy to make it look nice, do some kind of design on it as a lid for it, but on some hinges, and the windows will be all functional. Getting up to this point, I blacked out these windows because it's gonna be behind the box. I don't want that being shown. But long story short, what I'm doing is I have this panel, this line here, if you can see that, is actually where it comes flush with my butcher block countertop. So I'm trying to cram two of these things. They're 12 volt adapters for charging your phones and such. So kitchen appliances, GFIC protected, charger for phones, and then 6 switches, all packed in to this 5-inch by say 6-inch area. And so what we did was because this is the depth, this is not half-inch for the threads, I couldn't make it the whole way through the plywood. Prior to constructing this thing, I took a router and I routed out a good little chunk, brought it down to a lower thickness so that my switches can come through pretty easily. But getting to this point where we're at right now, I wanted to tell you guys about this. What I would do when it comes to this is I always take painter's tape and I put it over this area because it helps to keep the grain of the wood protected for when you're drilling through, or if I'm going to be taking a jigsaw to cut out this thing to make that thing flush so that just the black sticks through, make a nice and clean look. It's all kind of one of those things. So I like to take this stuff and tape it right on in the entire area. I'm going to be trying to get this thing in right here. That is the top of where this is, because this top piece has to be able to clear that too to get a flush face. Thinking ahead, Brett. I'm gonna go ahead and get some more measurements and I'll get back with y'all. Alright, we've got charger and then switches right there. Bang, 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 bang. And then 2. Those are the big sockets, like that's what it's showing right now, but I'm gonna move them up. That's why they're not sharpened yet. So we're gonna try that out for time being. I'm gonna cut this first. Most important one. I'm scared of cutting it, I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking for. Time to get out of the sander. Rest. We're done with the sanding block. I've sanded enough. Right out the sanded a little bit more and more and more. It now fits. It's pretty much flush exactly. So that's pretty interesting. But it's there and it does its job. And securing it will be pretty easy. It's just like this. And then screw at the bottom, and I'll tape it up, and I'll wire it before I put it in. That's one done. On to the next. All right, I just drilled my first one. It's not exactly lined up, but it's not that bad either. I don't know. We're gonna have to send it. I mean, this is the best way I got to do it, so. All right, so nice small bit. Line her up real nice. Actually, let's make this quick. Just moving up in bits. Big moment, man. We gotta find the center of this. How long is that? Let's find a drill bit for the right size. There's a lot of wobble in this one. Alright, we need a vacuum. But let's take these things off, see how we did. That's everything. I'm excited. Very, very excited. Look at this. God dang, it's sexy. Imagine the blue behind it. These are all light up blue as well, and they're on. I think it looks really good. I'm really stoked. I think it's I'm blown away. I'm really excited. I think it looks great. Glad it made it work. Whew! Let's get some paint on this bitch. Alright, key takeaways though, as to doing this process. That was a jigsaw, and then took a sanding block, it's just a piece of wood and some sandpaper around it, to really shape it to how I need it. For the hole saws, get yourself a good set of hole saws, really. I have a various amounts. I make it work. That was actually 3/4. I was looking for a particular like millimeter one because, you know, I was all worried about it, but you know, there's a little bit of play, but it's okay because it's gonna work just fine. So who cares? Do what you gotta do, you know, make it work, be happy with it, just enjoy the process. Key takeaway though, when you drill, start with small ones, go bigger, 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 to keep that center. You know what I'm saying? Keep that center. It makes sense if you just keep on keeping that center. So that when you step up to the big bit, it doesn't walk. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I hope you all enjoyed this video of this little tiny project. I have a lot more stuff, mostly spearfishing stuff. And then once I get this thing ready to go, gonna be having some fun. So, thank you all for checking this out. Hope you have a wonderful night, wonderful day, wonderful morning, wonderful coffee in the morning. Have a good one.